All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is what you call a lovely evening in which the Most High Ahayah has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. Coming today with I'm hoping it's going to be a short message, and the title is Ahayah ordered the light to remain on. Ahayah ordered the light to remain on. Okay, that is the title of this message. There are many, many things taking place, y'all. Many things taking place. But guess what? You know the beauty of it is the Most High Ahayah has ordered that the light remaineth on. You know what that means? You know how Satan came amongst the Most High when he was with the sons of Yah regarding Job. And you know how no matter what Ahayah allowed Satan to do, he always gave him a charge that you can do this, but don't do this. Hallelujah. You can do this, but don't do this. With me today, I know you heard Motel 6 years ago when they said we leave the light on for you. Well, I feel that the Most High has placed an order before the foundation that no matter what go on, leave the light on. And I praise him, I glorify him for that, because that light has really helped me along the way. Leaving that light on shows me that it's not a time that I will even think that maybe I'm wrong about the way I'm feeling and experiencing the things that I have and the dreams and the visions and the conversation the Most High has in my spirit. But when he leave the light on, it always give you confirmation every time. See, leaving the light on, the Father leaving the light on, let me put that up. Hello, everyone in the live chat. It's good to see you. When the Father leaves the light on, not suffer them the order to leave the light on, that is a blessing, you guys. It's not, many might not call it a blessing, but this sister here, I give you, Father, Ahayah, all the praise and glory and honor. I just thank him for allowing the light to be left on. Hallelujah. Because it supports the ones he say, if it was so, it will fool the very elect. That means the elect has a light that is on, that is clearly seen the things that rest in darkness. So they cannot be fooled. See, having the light on, him ordering the light on, is to say what he said to Satan when he wanted to come after Job, and not when the Father pretty much put Job before Satan. But when Satan realized that, wait a minute, if you do this, then I do this. The Father said, I tell you what, I do this, but you leave the light on. Hallelujah. That means you can do this to Job, but don't you do this. And that's what he has done today for us. And we don't know that because we don't walk behind his light so that he may lead us in the light. We want to run it. We want to walk in front of him and the light be back behind, which is his awesome light. but we want to walk in front because we think we have the power and authority in our flesh to do so. But I want to tell you, Sister Deborah, let me tell you something. I keep my butt far distance behind him where I can see the awesome light lead me. And I love the light he still leave present before my footsteps, that I may follow him and see my way in darkness. He has charged all evil and wickedness and Satan. No matter what you do on the earth, leave a light on. And I give him all praise, the Most High Ahayah. I give him praise and honor in the midst of his excellent power. Because let me tell you something. It does something for me that the light is left on. Because there are times I feel that, wait a minute, Father, it feels like I know you present, you ever present. You talk to me every day. But seems like I'm the only one in the world. What is going on where you get to the point you just feel that, wait a minute, you're the only one that's here. But see, what the Father would do is he would have the wicked one to continue to fulfill the days in Proverbs 16, verse 4. I created the evil for the days, no, the wicked for the days of evil. He allowed them this time, but he also charged them to leave the light on. Hallelujah. If you all understood or understand what Sister Deborah is saying, leaving the light on, it is such a beautiful thing, because you will find yourself wondering, wait a minute, am I in this alone? But then when you see Satan doing something, and what he's doing and what is before him in its wickedness, you can see a light on. That gives you that hope. That, okay, Ahayah got this one too. It gives you that assurance that it's going to be all right. Because it is so much going on in the midst of the world today, in the world itself. And everybody got a story. Everybody want to tell you, on this day, this going to happen. This day, this going to happen. That day, this going to happen. That day, this going to happen. I got to turn behind me and say, wait a minute. What are y'all talking about? Then I look on down the road where Ahayah is at. And I said, Father God, do you hear what these people saying? You see what I'm saying? He said, Deborah, keep your eyes on that light in the midst of all this darkness. You see what I'm saying? Keep your eyes on the light that is every corner you turn in the midst of every one of those darkness. So you will see. You see, this is only given to those in which Ahayah has orchestrated before the foundation to receive, to believe, So therefore, there are many people taking things really hard around by now, you all. Because there's a lot of things that's saying that this is going to happen this day, and this is going to happen, this is coming, this is coming, this is coming. Well, wait a minute. Let me tell y'all who I am. I am Sister Deborah, a prophetess in the wilderness. And let me tell you what's going on in the wilderness. It's a place where I go to school. It's a place where he teaches me at the level of where I submit to every voice that rests therein. If he said, sometimes I go in, I'm not even to even say anything as far as asking any question or second guess or, no. It's time to be humbled, low, and listen to what I'm saying to you. Because this. And I be like, boy, they don't know about that one. No, they don't. You see? So me being in this wilderness, I am gripping things that whether you think you know, that's all you can say is I know. But Ahayah knows all things, and to whom he give this too. See, a lot of people think that he is limited to what he can do, what he can say, his power, his authority, because we have put him in a black box. But let me tell you something. That black box you think you got him in, let me tell you, I'm in there with him. You hear me? I'm in there with him, and we can see all things from the beginning to the end as long as I stay within him. You see? Just staying near to him. So people have put Ahayah in the little black box. And people don't even know that's what they're doing. Because they put a limit on him. Oh, he can do this and he can do this, but I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Well, I can work this here. I can take care of this. Everybody got a plan within themselves of how they going to make it work. Make it work. All you want. You don't even understand what is before you. Why? Because keeping the light on is only given to those who have rest in his respect, his honor. They trust in him. They believe in him. They have the faith that he has given them, and they walk in therein. Because the light represents, no matter how much wicked and evil on the earth, as the people are speaking today, you can see that light. Hallelujah. That was left on. Okay. Now we have situations like unto issues that is taking place today. I mean, these are hardcore issues. Let me get my card here. And these issues are off the chain. Okay, they are off the chain. First up, I want to let you all know. Many nations are preparing. And let me say this here. Let me get that correct and say that right. It's not that they still preparing, but many of them are ready. Many of them are ready. Okay. And it's like waiting for the next move. You got the Hebrew Israelite people talking we, I, me. Everybody has went into their own little corners and really thinking that they gonna work this thing out within them and theirs. Good deal. Keep doing that. And the outcome is already at the door because it's not going to be a good one. Because people are depending on themselves and not depending even on, like Sister Deborah, when he says to me, I told him to leave, I ordered him, I charged him to leave the light on. That's good news to me. Because that let me know, but see, Deborah, in the midst of all this stuff that's going on and getting ready to go and the door and all this chaos, look, you have a light. You're going to be able to see. You're going to see every move. Why? Because you believe that he left the light on for you and not you for whatever situation. I'm not trusting in me in this thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trusting in what I'm going to do, what I'm going to have, how I'm going to get there. I put little before the Most High, and he is the one that has to do the overall. But he knows what's in my heart. And nothing in my heart is going to override what is in his will. I make sure I speak that throughout the day. Oh, not my will fall Ahayah, but your will be done. And what is happening, the Father has left so much light on to where the people still desire the darkness. They really love resting in the darkness because it gives them the mindset that they have the power to move 1, 2, over to 3, 4. They have the authorities and the right. But what's happening is we have prepared. We are getting ready for this. And guess what? The ready we are getting ready for is not of Ahayah. You see what I'm saying? Preparing and preparating for what we thinking, storing food and this and that. Guess what? It's still not. It's not what Ahayah is preparing for us. You see? The light on let us know that, look over here. I got this. You know, this going to happen. And it's going to happen like they telling y'all. He's saying, Deborah, If they said this and they said that, it's just the amount of time that it's going to be what they say. But guess what, Deborah? I told them to leave the light on, that you may see your way in what they are about to do. Give you all praise and honor, most high. That's what you call leaving the light on. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Leaving the light on give you a head up and a head out. While many are preparing for their idea, their plan, what they're going to do, and y'all standing there said, Deborah, leave me alone. I got the light on for you. Can you see it? Yes, Ahayah, I can see it. Because let me tell you something. If we thought the bee was bad, it's not going out. It is not going to come nowhere near what is to come. We're going to wish that the probably would be back. No, we ain't. I'm just joking. But I'm just telling you how critical this the time before us. And it's not even time. I call it in that day that is before us. How pitch dark it really is. You might not be able to you might not be able to tell the difference, because if you're living in darkness, you're never going to be able to discern midnight darkness if you're already in darkness, because it's just going to seem darkness. It's going to seem like your norm. But with Sister Deborah, when the Father have said to me over and over today, this is what he said to me time past. When I say time past, in the last probably 6 months, that he said leave the light on. But he was dealing with me on it, letting me know it is a spiritual thing, leaving that light on. He said, just like in Job, where Satan was asking him, can he do this if he did this? And the Father didn't do it the way Satan said do it. But when the Father gave him room, he also allowed him to do this thing to Job. But then he turned around and said, what? But wait a minute. Don't do this. See, that's leaving the light on. You see what I'm saying? Letting you know where the power and authority really rests. Because a lot of people think it's them. They really think it's them. Let me tell you what's the sad thing. Nations are preparing. Nations are ready. For people who say, there are many, let me just say this. There are so many people in their subconscious mind, which is a part of their flesh, I say, really believe they're ready and they're prepared. But the truth be told, I tell you, they are a long ways from ready, because they become self-centered, self-motivated, me, mine. They don't understand. They don't understand. This is spiritual and it is truth. So therefore, you have to already be ready to take up and run. You think you'll be able to do that? You think that right now, if Ahayah said pick up and run, you will pick up and run? No, you'll be concerned about everything and everybody that you're leaving versus picking up and running. You see? But when the light is left on, that's what it's giving you. Room to move on away from the darkness, out of the midnight hour. You see? No, they don't want to do that though, Deborah. They want to sit and plot how I'm going to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Oh, wait a minute. Wait till, what is it? How would I say it? P come in. I got to wait for P. Keep waiting. Because we're in a time that's about to explode in a way that and you know what the saddest thing? These people waited. They took a good year and a half to set this up really good. And they set it up really good. But guess what? They didn't override what Ahayah had already left the light on. See, he left the light on. And if you listen to his spirit teach you in the wilderness, but I'm speaking of me, I can be taught by him and he'll show me this is what they taught my Deborah. So when he was telling me, it is a big thing that's going around. Everybody want to cover it because, like I said, many people, soon as the devil put an album on, Everybody start dancing, want to talk about it. But you know what's so powerful about what they're talking about? They have no understanding of what they're talking about. They just want to be the one that gets subscribers based on the album that the Satan has put on that they can dance off of. So they get on their YouTube page and start dancing. They Instagram, the Facebook, and start dancing after that topic in which I call an album that the Satan has put on. And they start dancing. But the sad thing about it, they be dancing up and dancing down. But guess what? They don't have no spirit and truth in what they're saying. None whatsoever. So therefore, they're caught in darkness, dancing with no light. See, so it's many things being said. And the only way I would embrace what is said, that what is being said, is when Ahayah comes to me and say, this is what they're saying, Deborah. And here you can find it here, or you can understand it better here. See, he always would come and let me know when the devil put an album on. The people on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Patriot, they don't have it right. They have it all the way wrong. Why? Because they love the devil's music. But if they sit their tails down a few minutes and wait on the Ruach HaKodesh, it will teach them all things of the matter of what they just heard. But they don't give themselves time to, because they so in tune with every word that proceed out of Satan's mouth. I got to cover it. And they wants to cover it based on the greed of being heard and subscribers on YouTube. Let me post it. Let me put it up. None of them wants to really grip that, wait a minute, what are these people saying so I myself can get the fullness? Okay, let me tell you where it's at. The Father want me to let you all know this. These people ain't saying nothing that he ain't already said. They ain't covering nothing that he has not already spoken to come to pass. But it's just something about when they say it. We got to go and post it so we can get what we can get out of it, because we loving the Satan in his platform. And we got to get on his platform and vouch for what he said without any spirit and truth or understanding of what Ahayah is saying over him. That's keeping the light on, y'all. Let me tell you the truth. See, they don't know nothing about that. They don't know that the Father had kept the light on. Now, you heard this thing that they're talking about, what's going to take place and how it's going to start this and how it's going to start that. When someone approached me today, when they heard it, and they said to me, but didn't you say that 3 months ago? I said it. I said this here certain thing 3 months ago regarding the location. I have a thrift store, a small thrift store. I said that I have to get out because it's going to come a time that these people going to come in here and they going to go after my life. They're going to say things. They're going to be so whacked out, it ain't going to even matter, and it ain't going to matter to no one else. This person remembered and came to me and told me and said, look what's in the news. And I looked, I said, what is this here? I said, what? Here it is. I said, what is that? He said, read it. And I read it, and I said, okay. Hey, wait a minute. This over here, why I have my store? He said, yeah. They're going to release people in that area out of prison. And it's right over in that same area in Illinois where my store is at. Because there are several prisons over in that area. So I'm like saying, this person, male, come to me telling me this. Don't you remember saying that? You think I don't? I remember saying it, but it didn't make no difference to me when I said it. What bothered me is what I had already said, that it shot so quick, and here it is before me. That put a little scare on me. Because see, a lot of times it used to be when I was a little girl, and I would tell my mother this is going to happen, it might take a month, 3 months, 6 months, even a year. Now it's just like whenever you say something, you have to be like, when is it? When is it going to happen today? Is it going to happen next week? You don't know. So I just stay in his bosom with my head resting upon him, because you don't know the day nor the hour. All you know is you in that day in which he has spoken about. So this individual was telling me, are you going to do what you said you was? Yes, I am. And this tells me that I was always on the right page when I was saying I got to get out of this location because of this reason, this reason. I had no idea of the way the system was going to set it up. All I knew in my spirit, move. With that being said, that leads me to understand the Father will leave the light on for you, okay? So that you may find your way in the midst of chaos. Let me tell you what happened. I went to get some detergent out of, it's called Family Dollars. And it was, about 7 p.m.? It seemed like I was the only one in the store, but the cashier and another young man and a couple other people in the back. And I brought my detergent to the register, and this guy come into the store, a black man, but he was with another black man that had to be my age. But the black man walked in with the gun up in his hand, said, "What you got to say now?" Like he was having a hard time with the lady at the register, and he's wanting to shoot her. And she said, "You better put that thing away. You better put that thing and stop it." So I'm like, wait a minute. I'm right in the middle. He right here. She right here. I looked at this young man. I'm going to show you how. Sister Deborah ain't got no sense. And I don't care. I looked at him. I said, "Are you okay?" You should have seen, whoop, that man put the biggest smile and said, "Ma'am, I'm sorry. You good. Ma'am, I'm sorry." He put it away until I don't know what he did when I walked out. He had the gun up like this here, telling the girls, pointed to the register lady. And here I come, right here, while the gun is on this side, she at the register, and he's going off on her like he's getting ready to pop her. And the young girl told the friend, which is about my age, him telling him, "You need to get your bro or whatever." But he came in with a gun this is what's going on with your people, that you're running around here trying to prepare and get ready for them, and they ain't nowhere near ready to do anything outside up to go into that 6 foot under grave. That's about all your people are ready for, the grave. That's what it's saying in Deuteronomy 28. That's what it's saying in Isaiah chapter 3. Y'all ain't playing, because what has happened is we have made everything wrong right. Everything right, wrong. We gone. You see, you have to be able to distinguish. Wait a minute, this is not right. But you should have seen the look on that man's face. I said to him, he had to be like 35. I looked at him and I said, "Are you all right?" He said, "Oh, ma'am, I'm sorry." Just a big old smile came on his face. "I'm sorry." And he put that thing up. See, I ain't got no sense. And I know I don't. But I tell you what, catch me on the other side. You see how much sense I have. So I walked out and I said, "Father, is it that bad?" He said, "Yes, Deborah. I told you it is." See? So I don't have to listen to nobody on these devil platforms tell me A, B, C, D. And they don't know Ahayah been dealing with me down on the other end while you up here in A and B. You think I got time to listen to you, A and B? And you don't even know nothing about C? No, I don't. Okay? So therefore, I was just like, and I thought about how he looked, the guilt on his face, and how instant he put the gun up. You know what I'm saying? But why were you doing it to me? See, with me, I don't have no sense, because when somebody holding that gun like that and pointing at somebody, and I'm coming, walking, looking at him, and when he looked at me, I asked him, "Are you all right?" And when he saw me, it's just like a big old smile came. Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry. You good, ma'am. Then he put it up. And then the girl told his friend that came with him, you better get your bro, or whatever she said. You need to get him. But it's just the idea of what goes on in our people's minds that think right is wrong, wrong is right. And if you for 1 minute think that Ahayah is standing back, giving you glory, and you running your butt out here, approving this sort of behavior and this nonsense, you're going down with them. You just don't know how far they're going to dig your grave. You see? So I came out of the store and I was like, did I just see that? Did I just see that? Okay. I got in the car. I say, no, I didn't see that. I couldn't believe I had saw it. And you know what I didn't believe? Let me tell you something else. It was hard for me to believe that I said something to him. I said something to him. Because when I said it, it was like shocked on his face. Just shocked. Because people thinking, because you're carrying a gun, you pointed it, and I'm right here standing in front of you, and I don't have the right to say nothing to you. If I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go. But I'm gonna tell you something. I ain't got no sense going out. So I know who got me, even if he don't. I ain't got no sense. And I said, now, what if that young man was really gonna shoot that girl? Why am I standing there asking him? You know what I'm saying? It didn't even dawn on me not to say anything. That's because who I am. And it's not because I am, it's who I am have created me to be. Not one to buckle and afraid and fear. And yeah, I'm fearful. I'm a woman. Yes, I am. I'm afraid of a lot of things. But at that moment, hey, it's just that old person came out of me. Wait a minute, hold up. This don't make no sense. I thought he was going to shoot her. That's the way he was trying to do it. That's the way he was portraying. You would have never known him coming in. You finna go to the register. He coming up with the gun that close. Now the gun is right here by me. And the lady is right here, the register. And I'm standing right here. And I'm like, he's pointing it straight across my face like I'm not even standing there. That man lucky. Because Sister Deborah could have went to the car or went to the car door and dropped down on her knees. It'd be a total different story. See, that's what people don't understand. Ahayahs, let me tell you, they might not have no sense. Ahayahs might not have no sense in this flesh. But if they drop to their knees, that's a different story. And I always, back home, I was thinking about, no, you didn't say something to him. That's what I was saying to myself. I can't believe there was actually all this taking place. The girl in the register was really scared. I'm like, is it that bad, Father? Yeah. He said, Deborah, it's been that bad. It's just a full denial amongst the tribe of Judah. Okay, let's go there. What I was saying about him keeping the light on, the nations have prepared and are preparing, okay? And what I mean by that is we as a people really don't understand what is about to happen to us as a people. See, what Sister Deborah is like this here. I'm not caught up in going to the New Jerusalem. No, just catch me on the side. I see you at the, not the New Jerusalem, to the promised land. I see you in the New Jerusalem. I don't have to go to the promised land, but I got some feeling or another that's where he's going to, everything he has taught me since I was a little kid is for that purpose. But I'm just saying to you, don't think for 1 minute that I wouldn't want to do just to be present at his will. I do. And I can sit here and joke all day. I just want to be what he wants me to be. And I'm going to be what he wants me to be, even if I don't like it or not, and I have respect for him that way. But as I see something he was sharing with me yesterday and today, how all the nations have gotten ready. Then you have us as a people standing around trying to plot or prepare how we're going to do something. And this is the way. And we don't even understand how things are moving fast. And we really think that the Bible prophecies and Ahayah is going to wait until we decide to do what we say and we say we want to do. We really think that. We really think that. I sat back and I thought about a year and a half ago when I was talking to several of these Europeans in my store, and I was asking them. We talk about everything, race, everything, and I was explaining to them that they would that this system is setting up for a racial war. And I realized me saying that to him brought out him saying that we know that's what they're trying to do. See what I'm saying? While the Hebrew Israelite men are setting up a war against their women, here these Gentiles and heathens preparing for how the system is going to get them to war after us. Is it going to be successful? 100. It's going to be successful, you guys. When you look up, you're going to be looking out because you are refusing to understand what the light is. He told him to leave a light on so minds may see their way. Who did he tell this? He told Satan. He told the beast. He told the wicked ones. He told the evil ones. You're going to do this, but here you're going to leave a light on for minds so that we can see our way. I can be on this devil platform for 1,000,000 years saying the same thing. It ain't gonna matter. Because if y'all don't give you the eyes to see the light in the spiritual realm, you simply just ain't gonna get it, see it, or whatever. Because a lot of people are so caught up in their own self. Want to do, want to be, want to get, want to have. To Ahayah say, so that's the reason. Go for it. And he letting them go. That's why you have so much chaos in amongst the tribe of Judah. So when I'm sitting, I said, well, Father, yeah, hold up. You got in here in Ezekiel chapter 3. And what was it? Ezekiel chapter 3 and what verse was that? Let me get it here. Let me just go there. I've been there several times. I said, Father, yeah, you got in Ezekiel, right? In chapter 3, and you was talking about, wait a minute. In that day, in verse 7, Father, that's in our days you talking about. He said, yeah, keep reading. In that day shall he swear, saying, I will not be a healer, for my house is neither bread nor clothing. Make me not a ruler of your people. These men running around here talking about I'm kings and rulers and leaders. Ahayah wants you to let you know, let me tell you, they will not, when that day hit, which we're in there, they ain't going to want to rule nobody. They ain't going to want to be a leader. They ain't going to want to have bread. They ain't going to have no bread. They ain't going to have clothing to give, to be able to rule over the household. They say, don't give it to me. I don't want it. Hold up, Father. Y'all look like something going on in that day. He said, yes, it is. Keep reading. And so I went on into verse 8, and it says, Jerusalem is ruined. Hallelujah. And Judah is fallen. Do you know he said Babylon is fallen? Here he is in Isaiah saying the same thing about Judah. What's going on? Talk to me. Watch this here. Because their tongue and their doings are against Ahayah. You're running around here thinking, because you're in the tribe of Judah, you the Hebrew Israelite, they stand for your Ahayah. You's a lie, and the truth ain't gonna be found in you. Ahayah has spoken. He has said it, and he means what he say, and he say what he means. He don't answer to me. He don't answer to you. So it's going to stand. So he said, continue to read in verse 8, Isaiah chapter 3, verse 8. For Jerusalem is ruined and Judah is fallen because their tongue and their doings, see their actions, their tongue is running its mouth ain't saying nothing. See, it ain't saying nothing. Y'all think it's saying something. It ain't saying nothing. Saying Ahayah, Ahayah. Why you say that there? Because he just told you Judith has fallen. What can Judith say if he have fallen? You see where your mind set to it? The wrong place. So what happens? Because their tongue and their doing are against Ahayah to provoke the eyes of his glory. And that is so true. And you ain't going to be able to do it. Y'all got hands already set. So you're not going to be able to mess up from the floor those that belong to Ahayah. Let me tell you. He said, go on. Verse 9, Isaiah chapter 3, verse 9. The show of the countenance do it witness against them. Ahayah said, behold their countenance. Look at them. Look at them. And they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe unto their spirits, for they have reward evil for themselves. Who he talking to? Judith has fallen, and he has nothing but evil behind him. The countenance of his appearance is like Sodom. And you running around here trying to destroy the birth, the one who bring forth the nation. Hallelujah. Trying to tell those who bring forth the nation to shut up. You shut up. I mean, you shut up. You stand down. You better watch yourself because you don't know who you dealing with. So in verse 9, it says, this is Judah. Jerusalem is ruined. In verse 8, and Judah has fallen. That's the whole house of Israel, y'all. Guess what he says? And he's talking to the men, in case y'all didn't know that, women. But, you don't never understand who he talking to. It don't make you no difference. You just want to run behind him anyway because you just want a man. But let me say this here. Verse 9. The show of their countenance do it witness against them. Meaning the way they're dressing, the way they're conducting themselves on the outer appearance, it's a witness against them that what? They have fallen. And against them in which way? They have declared their sin as Sodom. I have always said we got about 75%, if not 80% of our men in the closet, out of the closet, and around the closet. So you can say what you want. Okay. Okay. And they have hidden it not. They don't hide it. So all that darkness is out in the opening. But you won't know it if your light ain't on. If he didn't leave the light on for you, you ain't going to see. This is only for he that cannot be fooled. You see, this ain't for those who look at this and say, "Ah, brush that ain't nothing. This. No, And he says, woe unto their spirit, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. So in here, he's saying something. Verse 10, say ye to the righteous that it shall be well with him, for they shall eat the fruit of their doing. They're going to die that, y'all. They're going to die. And the reason why Sister Deborah is smiling is my Father's will going to be done whether you like it or not. That's why. I know what he's talking about. That's why I'm smiling, because I'm smiling at the evil he's going to conquer and the evil he's going to put under. That's what I'm smiling at. I like for his power to throw down and throw up and throw down. And while everybody walking around here think they seen something marvelous, a light or something, not even understanding the midnight hour and the darkness that is before us, day and night and day, and no one says a word. Okay, now for this reason, you all, this is why the women gonna rule over them, and the children's gonna be their oppressor. Okay, first of all, I think of the children oppressing them. No, because they're out of order. The children are putting the oppress on the women. And the women are ruling the men because the men did not want to take their righteous place. That's what happened in verse 7. In that day shall he swear, saying, I will not be a healer, For in my house is neither bread nor clothing. Make me not a ruler of the people. They ain't going to ever take a position to do anything that's going to cause them to have to be responsible. No, Judith isn't. And that's what Jacob was saying before he died. Judith, you are an old lion crouched down. You ain't going to ever get up. And we run around here trying to make these men higher than what Ahayah has called them to. How are you going to put a man here and y'all got him down here? So this is why the women are going to rule over them. Okay? This is what you call the light. Spirit and truth. Left on so you will be aware of that. Now, in this day and time, let's go back to what I was saying. I wanted to say that in this day and time, it's a lot of stuff going on, right? They're talking about the purge, okay? I'm going to tell y'all one thing about that. You cannot count yourself in and you cannot count yourself out. You just better be where the light is. Because let me tell you something. It's going to go down right before your eyes. Because I believe y'all going to try every man by the fire to see really who you are made of. And by matter of fact, I feel he's doing it now. Not today, but he's been doing it a minute. Because people are now walking in their will and not the Father's will. If you're not about your Father's business, and what is your Father's business? First, you have to learn that it's not about you, me, and mine's. That's not the Father's business. Never was, never will be. Never was and never will be. Why did he tell Abraham to get away from his whole family? You think Abraham ever went back? I don't know. I don't think so. He told Abraham, I need you to get away from all your people. He told that to Abraham. But in this day and time, ain't nobody going to listen to that. Ain't nobody going to even care less. Because they think that everything is surrounding by the things in the flesh. They don't even understand that you kind of waited too late. You really did. You waited too late. Because everything was put in a position in your heart, mind, and soul that it has to be this. And a lot of times when we think like that, everything has to go in that order or no order at all. And Ahayah don't have no issue with that, nor Sister Deborah. But I will say this. Keeping the light on is for those who looks for the light. Not for those who say they got the light. But it's for those who look for the light. Because let me tell you, this thing that they're planning on doing among the people, this is what they're saying that they're going to do, and how they're going to release and how they're going to allow it to be something similar to the purge. It doesn't shock me. Let me explain why. Matthew 24. Let's go there. See, y'all want to talk and run your mouth and you don't know nothing because Ahayah haven't sat down a minute with you because you called it self. You want to teach self, okay? But in Matthew's 24:7, this is a form of what you call purging. And I'm going to show you where it's at. In Matthew's 24:7, nation shall rise against nation. See, all the churches taught you this is war against war, like Russia against China or Russia against America. Russia, no. Up at a verse. And it tells you that's war against war. And even he said, Yeshua said, be not troubled, meaning that ain't nothing to be troubled about. When you hear of a war against a war, when you think that would be something to be troubled, I'm going to get you there. I'm going to take you all the way there. Why will Yeshua tell us? Let's go there. Verse 6. Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that thou be not troubled. Hold up, Yeshua. What do you mean? What do you mean? He's letting you know that's your least trouble. That's dangerous, you guys. That's very dangerous. Just imagine War against war, and that's your least? Come on. Come on. Something wrong there, y'all. He letting you know what you better be concerned about is the war in your country. See, you thought you getting out, didn't you? You thought you was getting out, didn't you? You thought you was getting out. You see? So what happened? Yeshua is sitting here saying, if you think for 1 minute it's going to be about Russia and China, Russia and America and Russia, he said, no, that's your least word. And that's what you hear a lot of people in this world, chaotic. Oh, we about to have war against them and war against, wait a minute, hold up. Yeshua told my brothers back then that that's the least worry. That's no trouble for me. He's talking to me, Deborah. That's no problem. What did he say? What did he say here? See that ye be not troubled. So he said, see it, Deborah. This is no thing where you should be troubled about. That's what he's saying to me. I don't know what he's saying to you, but let's go on. For all these things must come to pass. But that ain't the end, Deborah. Not yet. In the sense, don't be troubled about wars and rumors of war. That's the least. But when you drop down to 7, there you go, you're purging. That is all the wicked and evil and the elites of the world already know that they're going to fulfill that verse. They're going to fulfill it to the max. But they left a light on for you. Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation. You know what that is? In-house, y'all, in your country. Rising against nation. And because you all been concerned about self, about your camp, about your church, about your cult, about your religion, your belief, your pastor, your this and your that, okay? You caught out there. You ain't seen nothing yet. Now, listen to what he said. Nation shall rise against nation. What that is and what the wicked of this world is doing is fulfilling that. For who? For who? Ahayah. They finna feel for. Why? Because you don't believe what it says. So y'all say, walk this thing. Come on, walk this thing on out for. Walk it out for. They want to make it look like everything I'm saying, everything I'm done, everything I'm doing is a lie. Walk that thing out for them. I created you in the days, for the days of evil, you wicked. Come on with it. Walk it out for them. What do you mean? So they get here and they say, well, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Sure, they're going to do it. They got to walk this thing out. They got to walk this like he said. Yeshua said it. Yeshua is gone. But guess what? They finna walk this thing out like my Father has orchestrated it. How they gonna walk it out? Just like it says. The people gonna go against the people. See, I'm gonna tell you something where the Hebrew Israelites is lost without a cause and see no light. First thing they're gonna do, they has to first, the system has to get rid of the elders. Okay? And a lot of you all thinking that the system is coming after you. You don't understand. The light being left on lets you know they're going to send the people after you. You see what I'm saying? They stand back. They send the people after you. Just like they son KKK years ago. They son them. The system son them. JFK, them father. Yeah, all of them. Queen Elizabeth, all of them. They sent all that after. According to what? The word of Yah, prophecy. They got to walk that thing out. See, you thinking cause you think you in the light, you got to walk it out. But guess what? Y'all got Satan them walking his word out too. Now, let's get to here so you'll know what's going on. Say, for instance, someone is saying that they're going to let the prisoners out and they're going to allow them to commit crimes and they're not going to go to jail for them. And they're going to allow them to do this and do this and do this, do this. Read what Ahayah, son by Yeshua, to say to you. For the nation shall rise against nation. That's nations mean people against people. What they're doing is They're going to get the people to come after you. And you are already coming after your own nation. You already went after your own nation, man. So Ahayah are going to suffer them to come after you. That's deep. See, he left the light on for you, but you still can't see it. He said, he that say they see Deborah, they cannot see. He that say they hear Deborah, they cannot hear. So, Father, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard spot. Yes, you are. But tell them what I said. Nation against nation is a people against a people. Okay? Where the tribe of Judah already started this in Matthew 24:7 is when they went up against their women. He ain't talking about women going up against women. He ain't talking about women going up against men. He's talking about a nation of men against the nation of men. See, you thought they was talking about women. Yeah, women get caught in the crossfire. All you have to do go to Genesis, swing all the way to Revelation, and see every time the men done something, women lost their lives. Because men never know it was them, never him. They placed everything under him, but just because they placed everything under him, y'all caused it to come under him, them, and not just him. So women had to die along with their men. So he's speaking to the men as far as nation against nation. And the men are coming after their own nation. Woo! The tribe of Judah is destroying his own nation. And he don't see nothing wrong with it. But Ahayah do. He kept the light on for me so I could see. All those years, that one whole year I was saying, y'all don't see what these men doing? Y'all don't see what they're doing? Now it's something being said. What? I've been whining this a little over a year. Y'all don't see what these men doing? Y'all don't see what these men doing? And then I went to the Father. He said, Deborah, this need be. So that's why I was left right there. Yea, Father Ahayah, your will shall be done. So here in Matthew 24, verse 17, if you get to the point where you can't handle what they're about to do, go here. He might allow you to see the light. The light is left on for me to understand this is the start of that purge. This is the start where the people are going to go against the people. But this is what's sad. The tribe of Judah is between 13 to 14% of a population here in the United States. And if a large number of our 13 to 14% of the population is in the closet, out of closet, and around the closet, meaning homosexual, then that also put us at another downfall. It's not too many, okay? Men left, okay? So this is where we're at. The nations going up against nations because this country has set this country up from the floor. When the Gentiles and I talk, they say to me, Miss Deborah, yeah, but we ready. I say, you ready? And this is what I tell them. You think you ready? They say, yeah, I'm ready. We ready. We got all the ammunition we need. We ready. We are ready. I said, you know you ain't going to win. You know what they tell me? Yeah, we know we're not. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Come on with it. See, they know they're not going to win. They know they're not going to win. But it ain't about that to them. They say they're going to fight their way through until they die. But they say they know they're not going to win. They know that the system is setting up so much against them because what is a couple of them said that they got guns and weapons that they can't compare to what they have. They know that. But the tribe of Judah's running around what? Tribe of Judah men running around here doing what? Killing each other and trying to heavily destroy their women. And you know why the light ain't on in your sight? You know why? Because they're trying to defeat the fact that y'all say women shall rule over them. They trying to come up and buckle up against Ahayah. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Yes. That's what you didn't understand. See, you run around thinking these men said, Paul said, keep quiet. Oh, woman, not speak. You both supposed to be submissive. All of that is yang, 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 doodle time. Messages. But the truth be told, you disappointed because he said, and women shall rule over you. Genogenes. You see what I'm saying? A woman not supposed to speak. What is he saying then if he says she's supposed to rule over you? Because they missed it. They missed Isaiah chapter 3. It's going to get to the point where men is going to be trying to put men in position and they not going to take it. Say, you ain't finna put me over these people. I don't have nothing. I don't got nothing. And I don't want nothing. I don't want to be the ruler. You know why? They never wanted to take their righteous place way back in Genesis. Never did. And that's how they going to go out. So here we are talking about what the world is doing and setting up. Yes, they doing it. Yes, they setting it up, but you should have known that. Why? Because it says here in Matthew 24, nation against nation is a people against people. That's what that is. So our nation is destroying our nation. That leaves us what? They're going to have to come after us and destroy us. And when I say us, our men. That's who they're going to come after. Why? Because they're not going to trust them. They see our men destroying their women. They have destroyed their household. They have destroyed everything that they have, that they were given. They have watched the tribe of Judah destroy to everything they have. They don't trust them to work side by side to go up against the system. So their best is to destroy them so that they can fight against the system where they shall not win. That's why you see others looking over and seeing the smoke, because it's going to be within the country. They're going to see things going on inside the country. And there is. They're going to be burning and fighting and within this country. Destroy nation against nation. People against one another. Then he said kingdom against kingdom. You know what kingdom is against kingdom? Men against women. That's what black men are doing today. Negroes. Hebrew Israelite. A kingdom against a kingdom. They put women at a position where they feel they have to battle with her because they thinking she's still in their kingdom. You see? So kingdom against kingdom. And guess what? When he finished destroying his, y'all is displeased with him already. That's why he coming for you in Isaiah chapter 3, verse 25. He coming for you, men. He already said in Isaiah chapter 3, Jerusalem is ruined and Judah has fallen. Jacob said that too. Judah is an old lion. That means he's going to do throughout times. Ain't going to be still crouched down as time get older. Ain't going to get up for nothing but to fight their women, to destroy their children and their nation. And that's what they have done successfully. But the same fight that they have against their women and children, guess what? The heathens and Gentiles shall fight against them, which won't be hard because it's only going to be a very few left. You know, very few. And want me to tell you, that is nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. The system has to fulfill Matthew 24:7 to the utmost now. Why? Because the system has set up ways that's going to cause them to feel they have to come after us because we're going to be in the way. Why? Because they don't trust you. And I don't blame them. I don't trust them either. You see? So if they take out Judah, then they can fight the system where they still going to lose. Now, when they said nation against nation, I'm going to go back now so I can get it right to you. They're going to be fighting against each other as well. Mm-hmm. But don't forget, we only 13 to 15%. They're way higher. So they can fight against each other and still override how many we're going to end up having left. They're going to be fighting against each other like unto. No, let me say that right. They're not doing what Judah is doing to their families and their women. But Ahayah is not stopping them. Y'all, like I told y'all, when those people were lynched back in slavery and killed and burnt up on the tree and all that, did Ahayah come save them? Did Ahayah come help them out, y'all? Y'all better watch yourself. That's what Sister mean when she said, you better watch yourself, because you don't understand who you fooling with. He is not coming to deliver you when he have sent his to tell you, and you hear not. You see, it's not about you. It's about what he's trying to get you to understand in that day that's going to come upon you. Now, what happened? The nation against nation, the reason why I stuck with the tribe of Judah against their women is because that's going on really heavy. They are also destroying each other. Okay. Now, they also are considered nation against nation. They are taking out their own kind. When it come down to kingdom against kingdom, that's going to be them too. Because one group is going to go up against another group, and then another group and another group. But first, this racial thing that the system is trying to get started is finished, y'all. They're going to get it. They're going to get it going. Because we don't understand as a people, we are conducting ourselves worse than we have ever. So if you run around here wants to put these men on pedestals, you better understand they have made it worse for you and your sons. Yes, they have. That means they ain't gonna stand a chance. So if you wonder why the small remnant gonna take place to get up out of here, you can best bet it won't be a number of men. He ain't worried about a number of men. He's worried about his remnant that he's gonna get up and get out of here. Okay, that's all that's gonna leave out of this. So if you think for 1 minute you're gonna survive and you're gonna get yours and do you and do you and do you and yours, you lost without a cause. You be lucky if you hook with somebody who knows spirit and truth, that you know grips the hem of his garment. If without that, go for what you know. Go for what you know. Because from the look of it, from my looking, you're running around with a lot of darkness and no light is leading you. None whatsoever. So go for what you know, because the battle is going to be within this country. And all the little chaos stuff that they talking about, it's already prophesied. You just got to know where it's at. You have to let him lead you and guide you to show you. Don't let not your heart be troubled, David. Bam, there it is. Bam, there it is. Then you look there and you say, well, Father, that is it. And yes, it is. Kingdom against kingdom. They're going to be different with the Gentiles and the heathen. It's going to be different groups going after each other. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And no one ever sees how they're trying to kill all these elderly people. They're getting them out of here. They're getting them out of here. And ain't nobody saying nothing. I see the heathens and the Gentiles so happy that their parents are gone. I'm like saying, what? We ain't going to say what the Hebrew Israelites. These men don't have no respect for themselves. They ain't going to have no respect for their mothers, their grandfathers, and their fathers. They ain't have respect for nothing. It ain't nothing they're going to establish. That's why he said women shall rule over them. Now, how is it that y'all are allowing these Hebrew Israelite men to override that? I don't get it. I don't get it. And the only reason is because the end days in which we are in, the women are going to be the one trying to get everything knitted just to hold things together. Because as you read in Isaiah 3, the men going to turn it in and say, no, I don't want to rule no more. Yeah, baby, you ain't ruled anyway at the beginning. You've been giving up your crown. He gave you a crown on your head. You turned it and put it on the ground and told Eve, take it from here. You know, so it's just the mindset of these people. Okay. And I said these people because they are a people that Ahayah is definitely have spoken in the beginning and the end that he's going to deal with the judgment on there. And there is going to be a lake of fire for them as well. So you going around here thinking all of y'all going to come up to the New Jerusalem because there's a name on it. You better get it right. You better get it right. And he has given us so much time and so much light. The wicked has left the light on so that we can see exactly what they're doing. Well, what do you mean the light on, Deborah? You know what they do, y'all? They've been making movies since I was a young girl, showing us this day, showing us what's in Revelation. They are making, I don't know where they get off making all these movies. Every movie they got is giving you some sort of insight of the end days that's prophesied. A light always been on. So if we're walking in darkness, we are darkness. That's why we're walking in it. And there's no light in us. And ain't going to be none in us. Because there's too much light being flashed before us and shown to us. And we refuse to see it and walk therein and be the light among our people. Nobody don't want that no more. When these men get on here and they had these people going where they want them to go, doing this and buying this and getting this, and they was just running this flocking to them. But then Yah sends the light, everybody still shoot out to the darkness, never wanting to go to the light. But I thank the Most High, Ahayah. I thank you, Father Yah. Because all that is and was is invested in him and who he is. So it's nothing, Sister Deborah or nobody can change or remove. Nobody. But I tell you this, the light has truly been on. There are times when I have went into the store last year and I got a movie, and that movie told me the beginning to the end. I'm like, not to the beginning to the end of the world of the virus. What's going to happen the next step. I'm like saying, wait a minute, Father, you mean this movie existed back in the 70s or the 80s? It just blows my mind to realize the light has always been on, and we have denied the light. He has been showing us all this time what shall come before us and upon us. The system been showing it to us. And we keep turning our head. No, we don't want you to show us. We don't want to see it. We want to do what you want us to do. We want to say what you want us to say. We want to act the way you want us to act. Just bring drugs in our community. Just let us kill each other. Just let us destroy each other. Let our men not take care of their family and their wives. We don't care. We just don't have nothing in us. So when you see stiff-necked rebellion and disobedient, he told me, disobedient, he said, Deborah, that is for people who follow no rules. I said, wait a minute, Father, Yah, that sounds like my people. He said, that's it. They don't follow no rules. If they ain't followed his rules since the book of Genesis, here we are in the year 2022. What makes you think they're going to follow some rules now? Think about it. So that's why I kind of say to our men today, you're sad. You're sadder than sad. Now, we have men that's out there that's doing the work of the Most High Ahayah, and I will not tell you they are not. Yes, and they're doing an awesome job, the best of their ability, and that's all Ahayah asked. That's all he asked for, because the full ability rests in him. Just do the best that you know how and let him rest in thee and take you there. That's all they can do. That's all Sister Deborah can do. But when we get in a situation where we wrongdoing as if we don't see no light, he said, you are the light of the world. You see, you shouldn't be hidden. But we walk around here, could care less about what he's talking about, and running around acting like he ain't helping us or he ain't supporting us and he ain't there for us, and he's showing us all this light in the last, Father, yeah, I'm ashamed to say, too many years you've been sending a message through the light that's before us. Look at 2012. That movie 2012 was telling us. Everything was showing us what they already are planning on doing. Isn't that beautiful for the Father to tell them, I don't care what you do, you leave that light on for them so their minds may see. Hallelujah. I love it, love it, love it, love it. He has always had the light on to those he suffered to see. And then there's those that's out there that care less if they see or not. They see a guy. They like to keep that same set mindset. And they drill themselves, oh this, he's this, he's this, he's this, he's this. They keep telling each other and no light in them. They using their repeated thought pattern, their repeated words over and over and over, and thinking that's the key. No, it ain't, baby. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Stand on righteousness. Know that the light has always been on for you. Always been on for you. You want to talk about purge? You go over here to Matthew's 24 and verse 7. That's what that is. Nations shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. That's it. And what is that going to bring? What is the purge whole idea? The system. The system going to bring in through that purge. People going against people. Their position, meaning blacks against whites. That's kingdom against kingdom, y'all. Yes, it is. And even in the whites, those that has different positions, one might be wealthy against the poor. That's kingdom against kingdom. Along with nation against nation, people against people. When all that chaos is going on, guess what? The government gonna sneak out and leave it to the people to destroy themselves. Why you say that? Oh, let's see what's going to happen during that time. And there shall be famine and pestilence, because the doctor's going to sneak. Everybody going to be going their way, y'all. Store owners, food, truck deliverers, everybody go stop right where they at and start going up against each other to where you ain't going to be able to have food. People going to be sick, illness, famine, okay, and pestilence, and then the earthquakes in diverse places in this country, y'all. In this country, because the earth gonna be cutting up right along with you. The earth is gonna cut up and fight up right along with you. And you think you got it going on. You think you know what you're doing. Okay. Keep on walking in that darkness with those who are leading you in that darkness and thinking you got your way home. You ain't nowhere, baby. Your home is going to be that 6 foot under that hell, which is the earth, which is the grave. That's where you're going to be at. And you're going to wait there. And then when he called you for judgment, your spirit is going to stand before him. And it's going to determine. You're going to be judged based on if you let your flesh rule your spirit, or did you let your spirit rule your flesh? Why is it important that your flesh rule your why is it important that your spirit rule your flesh? Because the image of Yah rests in your spirit, and his image don't rest in your flesh. That's the ignorant of me today, saying you are in his likeness and in his image, and they look at themselves on the outside. We are males. You sicker than sick can be. The image is a spirit. And I can guarantee you a higher spirit is not he or she. You get it? That only came when he did the creation to the flesh. He ain't flesh. So therefore, when we walk around here thinking we know so much, keep on knowing so much. Keep on thinking you know A to Z. Because I'm a prophetess in the wilderness, and let you know, hey, Sister Deborah don't know nowhere near that. Give or take 20%, but catch me on the other side. And that's in spirit and truth. I'll mess you up. Because all this yang stuff that's on these platforms ain't got no spirit and truth in it. Stop running around here wanting to hear that what pleases your flesh. You want to hear the will of the Father. What is his purpose? What is it he want me to do? What is he want me to say? What is it he want me to be? Not I need to do this for did, and I have to have this like this red and this. No. And like I said, it's a sad thing how everybody is ready and prepared and set for, except for The tribe of Judah. Nowhere near. Say, for instance, is ready would be for what the things to come would be from 1 to 10. Ask Sister Deborah where she think the Negroes that said they Hebrew Israelites. They still stuck on 1. Stupid. They still stuck on 1. Stupid. Because they think it's about their plans. The way they set it up from the floor up. How they got everything orchestrated. How they going to get to this level and build this here and get this and do this and do this. You lost without a cause. You're gonna have to find that out the hard way. And to me, it ain't the hard way, it's the right way. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Now, people put more trust in themselves than in the Most High Ahayah. Go right ahead. You might as well. Because it's already in you to trust you. People don't understand. Ahayah is not going to give you things out of his order that don't bless you. You see what I'm saying? Ahayah is not going to give you the things out of his order. It's out of his order to bless you. Blessing is spirit and truth. You have to desire the spirit and truth in. And then all should be added. Oh, no. That ain't how he rumbled, but people think that. People really think that. So what is happening is people are trusting in themselves to get to A to Z. Oh, I'm going to get there because materialistic things. That's a mind of the flesh thinking I can orchestrate A to B, A to C, A to D, A to E, A to F, all the way down to Z. I got it made. All I have to do is when I'm ready, I'm going to do this. And y'all say you go on your time because your time ain't going to be mine. But when that day comes, which we are right in it. I've said that over and over. We're in that day. We ain't in your day. See, a lot of people think this is about their day. This is that day that's prophesied. Okay, now, okay, he got me here. Isaiah 3:4, Isaiah 4:4. So we're not in that day. We are in that day. I was looking at my list here. We are in that day. And that is a day in which Ahayah has orchestrated the beginning to the end. You just got to walk therein. And if in that day you don't see the light or you don't see how he have left the light on for you, you're walking strictly in darkness. Because I'm going to tell you, he have prepared the way. He have led and guided us and showed us every way possible. Because when they was talking about, they talking about letting the prisoners out and they going to purge January, I went straight to where? What he already spoke. And the reason why you don't see it is because you don't want to see it out of his word. You want to see it and hear it out of man's mouth in the way they say they're going to do it. See, when you hear when they say it, then that's when that fear of your flesh is upon you and getting you fearful to prepare you for what they are saying. But when you hear the word of the Most High Ahayah being spoken out of Yeshua, telling us in Matthew 24 and verse 7, okay, within this country, Babylon has already fallen. You're waiting for the debris. I keep telling y'all that. And that means the chaos that the system is setting up in Babylon. That's what you're waiting for. But Babylon has already fallen. They've been falling. You know, when the Twin Towers came down, the Pentagon, all of that, they were destroying it because of what they had already did, sold you out. Took your properties and sold the land to somewhere else, overseas, somewhere, over in other countries that they own. Your birth certificate was sold over to them to assure them that they have some power over here to own. Everything this country has sold you out a long time ago. It has already fallen. But see, when you look at it to be all that and some, then you putting it a place Ahayah knows that it is not. So Sister Deborah letting you know Babylon has already fallen. You waiting for the debris. The debris is when the body's going to start falling. When the nation's going up against nation and kingdom going up against kingdom. When the you're not going to be able to go out without somebody taking lives. And mind's going to be crazy. Drugs going to be, people going to be looking for stuff that they can take just to get their minds off. People going to give up their own life, take their own life. So much chaos. They're going to be setting fires. The military going to be blowing up stuff. I'm telling y'all. It was said that they got an army, and I don't know how many, but I heard it's thousands that they had trained in the year 2021. That they have trained to start tagging people who are taking government funds or owing the government or not reporting certain funds. What do they need guns for? And they're going to be able to use what they call it bodily force. Wait a minute. On what? It has to do with the taxes and the funds and money. They sending them out. I don't care. That's the nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. These people are going to be walking in numbers because they have been hired as a greater one kingdom to fight and go up against another kingdom. It's all those going to think they higher than the other ones, and they go figure they go. And what happens? They're going to get the military, those that they have taught and trained under the table to do all this stuff. They're going to go up against the police. You see, kingdom against kingdom. Y'all don't understand. This is what you call the debris of Babylon falling, because it's going to fall from within, not without. Because all you have to do is look at the 6th verse, Matthew 24:6. He said, let not your heart be troubled during the wars or rumors of wars. It's when you go down. This is the time of trouble, sorrow. He letting you know that. It's when you see kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation. This is the time. What did he say here in verse 7? And then what is all this chaos? People against people and kingdom against people, kingdom against kingdom. What is that going to stir up? Famine. Okay? Because stores are not going to be open. People going to be fighting, breaking out windows. Famine, stealing food. Famine and pestilence and earthquakes. Earthquakes is going to take place because you're going to be cutting up from the floor in this land. To the earth going to want to fight. That's why the earthquake's coming. Because this land is going to be fighting within. And the earthquakes in diverse places here in this land going to be cutting up from the floor. Because they're going to want to fight too. Cracking open. That's the debris I'm speaking of, you guys. Famine. People not having food. People dying. You already got a bunch of homeless already. They're going to be taking them out just because they exist. One middle class, one upper class going to be fighting against the poor. All this is kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation. A chaos within a place. And it's why one might think that, okay, when I speak of Babylon, I look at it as a system. A system. But I also look at it as a place that needs to come down exactly the way the Father's going to suffer it too. Because not only is that system set up in this United States, even though it's a system set up in the world, okay? But the United States plays a very big role. And already the system that's in the world already know that Babylon has fallen. You just too dark to know that. They already know Babylon already fallen. And that's why Babylon is preparing for their people to be destroyed within itself. That's why they want to keep a war in the system, in this country. They want to get the racial riots started. They want to get everything started. Instead of the people going after the system, they're going to go after the people. Ain't that sad? Exactly way the elites got it planned. Because the elites going to be underground, going on to the other countries. Why they going to leave the people here And it ain't going to be no control. There's not going to be nobody over nobody. Nobody going to say this. That's kingdom against kingdom, people against people in this land. That's how it's going to go down, y'all. So in that hour, in that day, Ahayah is going to snatch what belongs to him up out of here. And they're going to go on where he's leading them. So don't think that my most high Ahayah don't have his. He always going to have his ram in the bush, whether you know it or not. He got his. See? And he already know them. He didn't mark. They already set. He's going to take his. But I want y'all to understand one thing. Y'all got to understand this. The Most High was talking to Ezekiel to let him know. Those dry bones, there's not going to be very many men that's going to come out of the United States, okay, to go to the promised land. But I can tell you this, the Father got it prepared for those dry bones to come together. Many men wouldn't even understand this and wouldn't know this because their light ain't on. That those dry bones is the army of David. That's why you're going to meet David over in the promised land. See, they don't tell you that. See, David going to be ruling over in the promised land. Who he going to be ruling? He got a whole army that y'all going to raise up from them dry bones. See, the dry bones represent a time period so long ago. These bones so dry. That's what y'all was saying to me. Dry. These bones dry. Can they live? Ezekiel said, don't you go there, Father. Y'all, you know all things. You wasn't going to ask me. You want to know it all. He said, yeah, prophesy to him. Let me put you involved in it. Yeah, why was he telling Ezekiel to prophesy? Any of y'all know? You don't know. You know why? Because these are the things that I tell you the light is on and has always been on. Now, the reason why he's telling Ezekiel to prophesy, because these men on this, let me close this up to tell y'all this, what you don't know before I leave. This is one thing many of you all don't know, is that the men that's running around talking about their kings, their leaders and rulers, we the people, we the Hebrew Israelites, we the tribe of Judah, we the house of Israel, we the whole house. All this is a bunch of talk, a whole bunch of talk, because they don't understand. They do not understand who they dealing with when they dealing with the Most High. He don't give a rat's behind who you are. It's whom you are. See, why you calling yourself, we the people? What did he tell Ezekiel? Can these dry bones live? Ezekiel said, I ain't gonna go there. You know all things. What did he tell Peter? Peter, do thou love me? Peter said, no, wait a minute. You ain't finna start asking me no question, and you know all things. You see? Let me tell y'all something, these men on this devil platform and Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Patriot, all these men clowning with their clown clothes on. Something they really never understood, and they still don't. See, when Yah talks to his, he take them in the spirit realm. Oh, I forgot they didn't know it. They couldn't precept that. They couldn't line it, Deborah. They didn't see it because they can't see. Deborah, they didn't know that. No, they didn't. Whenever Ahayah deal with him, he takes them to a spiritual realm. Why, Deborah? Why? Because they can't seem to get stuff in the natural. They can't seem to get nothing in the natural. I got to take them under, Deborah. I got to take them either in dreams and in vision, most likely in visions. Which one can you pull up and show that they wasn't in the vision when y'all was telling them anything? You see what I'm saying? See how these men sit here coming to you in the natural, in the wickedness, in the midnight hour, trying to tell you something? Get somewhere and sit down. Or are you speaking out of the spiritual realm? Or are you speaking out of your flesh? See, they thinking nobody didn't know, didn't they? Because they don't know. But he said, if it was so, it will fool the very elect that I elect in me. See, y'all didn't even know that on all these different platforms. These men teaching and preaching and leading you all and guiding you all ain't got no spirit and truth, none whatsoever. Ain't now one of them been in a dream nor a vision talking to the Most High Ahayah. And y'all got him over here ruling y'all. See how sick that is? All you have to do is go to Genesis to Revelation and see everybody he dealt with. He brought them to the spiritual realm just to talk to him. And before he could add Abraham, he had to knock him out in the vision. And not knock him out in the vision. Yes, he did. Bring him in the vision, then knocked him out just to tell him about his people coming to a land of captive. He wasn't in himself. When I say in himself, in his flesh. Y'all didn't even know that, did you? I know you didn't. See, people don't even know nothing about that. They don't know that when you come before the Most High throne and he got something to give you, to prophesy, to teach, to minister to the people, let me take you to my zone to give you what I know my people need. No, they don't go there. They go to all these lost books. They go to precept, line, little here, little there. Oh, no, they go to Torah. Don't one of them, not one, have ever taught on this devil platform from the realm of a vision, nor a dream. They don't teach y'all like that. They teach y'all what they are able to study. And what did he say? Study to show yourself. He didn't tell you to study to show nobody nothing. He said study to show yourself approved, rightly dividing the word of truth. But don't study to show nobody else. Why? Because, Deborah, this thing is spirit and it is truth. And only one can teach is me. They got to learn, or should have learned, to stand down and know that I am Ahayah. I am the teacher of all things. And I teach from the level of spirit and truth. While everybody else teaching here all this crap, got people all caught up and caught down, running behind them, hearing every word they saying, and none of it is anointed nor is it appointed. Why? Because it didn't come from the spiritual realm. So I'm sitting here running my mouth, and I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, I said, wow, that's why he talks to me every day. That's why he always saying something and I learn something every day. Because he at all times teaching me from that level. Speaking to me. Sometimes I'll be saying, but wait a minute now, Father. Y'all, wait a minute now, Father. Y'all, I ain't never heard of that. Where that come from? You see? Because he's forever teaching me. So what? So what if he got to wake me up at 3 a.m.? So what if he got to wake me up again at 4 a.m.? So what if he had to wake me up again at 5 a.m.? So what if he had to wake me up at 6 a.m.? That's what he have to do. That's what he have to do, to come to me in the midnight hour. And even then, will he put me into a vision and give me what's what? That's why next thing I look up, I don't look up. Next thing I know, I'm sleeping like a baby. Because I'm thinking that, okay, it's time, it's early in the morning. Boom, take me straight where he want me to go. To tell me this. So when you hear Sister Deborah say prophet is in the wilderness, and that's all right with me, it is all right with me. Because I know it's not a place that you've been. And that's all right with me too. You see? So all this chaos that people are saying, oh, the Father told me this, and he told, look, he got special ways of dealing with you. And it's all connected to spirit and truth. It ain't got nothing to do with your nasty flesh. So a lot of things we are talking within ourselves, within our flesh, trying to make people believe us. And the only way they can believe us, if we can take them to the realm of our understanding. You ain't got no understanding in this thing. This thing is spirit and truth. You ain't got no understanding. The understanding is spirit and it is truth. It is my Most High, Ahayah, who said, I shall teach you all things. Well, if you're going to teach me all things, which realm are we coming from? When we coming from the spirit and truth, Deborah, tell them. Spirit and truth. You ain't coming to meet up with your flesh to make you feel good in what you learning and what you understand. Because they don't talk about Torah. Because they going to talk about all the lost books. Ain't nothing lost in my Most High Ahayah. Only one lost is you. He ain't never been lost where he cannot be found. He is ever present. Even when you sleep, he's still looking after you to get you up. So you tell me where he lost and what book of he is lost. This is man-made, man wisdom and man knowledge. Not a one lost book can deliver you. Not one lost book can redeem you. Not one lost book can save you. Not one lost book can bring power upon you. Not one lost book can do anything for you. So who's lost? You or the book? Or the book or you? Come on now. He always kept the light on. He always did and always will. Until it is over. And yet the light still rests in him. So we walk around here doing us, me, we, all day and all night. But when it all said and done, it's all about him. Always was and always is and always shall be. So I say unto you, if he was that given and gave to where he left that light on all this time, where is your light? How dare you? See, it's so much that he can use come judgment, where he say, I never knew you. Because all these wonderful things he consists of and he's about, we have bypassed it. So why would we stand before him and he not know nothing, but we know everything? And we're going to go to a new Jerusalem. And we all this and all that. And never took heed to nothing he have said in our flesh. Our flesh has won over our spirit. So Sister Deborah, I hope you got something out of that. And I'm going to end this video. And I hope you, first I'd like to say hello, everyone in the live chat. It's good to see you. And it's good that you all are here. And I will say again, I will be back. And I also want to say, I don't know if the individual is on my live chat here, but let me tell you, I put a GoFundMe on my page. And this individual do not even know. It was less than 2 minutes the individual pledged. You know who I think that is? Without no doubt. That is the work of the Most High Ahayah. Because this individual really don't know me. This individual don't know me. But yet, 2 seconds, who could have done that but the Most High Ahayah? You see? See, it's not nothing that is impossible through the Most High Yah. I post that on there, 2 minutes, and that individual, bam! That's the work of the Most High hand. That's the work of the Most High hand. Because there has been time when I was told, but I'm so disobedient. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I am disobedient. And I ain't got no reason to lie. I do be. And so happened, I was sitting here getting ready to go live. And I said, you know what? Let me post this on my page. In less than 2 minutes, this individual pledged. If you're on this live, let me tell you something. You did the work of Ahayah. Because it's impossible for you to have done that within a 2-minute time that I posted that. And bam, you dropped it. Let me tell you something. You have done the work of Yah. I didn't see it coming. Only one would have knew about it is Ahayah coming wherever you at to get you to do that. And I want to say to you, that is truly the work of Yah. I mean, I'm just sitting here reading what I'm going to be teaching, writing everything down on my cards, you see, and my paper. And I said, I'm going to post this on here and just to see that. And for that to work like that, I was like, Father, Yah, what you doing? Because he works in spirit and truth. So he would have to go to this individual spirit and say, she just posted this here, do this. Yeah, you might not understand what I'm saying. I understand it. That's all that matters. And the Most High Ahayah has assigned that. So whoever that person is, you was fully obedient because that was just too quick. It is not even something I prepared or I looked for, but it was so quick. So it didn't take a person to know who I am. I know who they are, but it was just the way Ahayah orchestrated it out of obedience because I was fighting against that. And then he said, do this. But I thank the Most High for having the individual out there to know how to hear what he has to say. That instant like that, without a second thought, a second think, or anything, just bam, 2 minutes. And I give the Most High all praise and glory. So I, Sister Deborah, would say to you, thank you for tuning in onto this page. Know that no matter what goes on in the world and what you hear, what you see, that Ahayah has already prophesied it. Just hear that quiet voice show you. If the world decides to come back out with the B, say, Father, give me something to see you walking in this and you having this in full control, because he will. Because a lot of issues are shooting out, and it's going to be that. Because I told you, people don't understand. The door is already cracked, y'all. It's cracked. That's how I see it. I don't see it like most people. I don't see, like I was explaining to someone else, I see chaos. I see homes vacant. No one in these houses. People running away from their own property. Y'all, I see this, y'all. Homes vacant, windows broke out. And I'm like, what is all this I keep seeing? I don't care where I go. I could be driving, see stores, and it keep on coming to me. Windows broke out. The store, ain't nobody in it. So I know Matthew 24:7 is about what it is and about what the system is setting up according still to the Father's will. So I, Sister Deborah, say I appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in, and I will be back. And I like to say thank everyone in the live chat for tuning in. I, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Shalom and shalom.